We have now a pathology in the media system in this country. And in order to fix it, there are several things that are necessary. One is an active and engaged public. And happily, for the first time, that seems to occur in the realm of media. There are organizations like freepress.net that have hundreds of thousands of members, chapters all over the country, and because of the internet are able to mobilize supporters. Those organizations are tremendously important in demonstrating to the Congress and to the FCC what people want from media policy. You also need a Congress that cares about the public interest and doesn't just believe in some notion of the magic of the marketplace, which has left us in the state that we are right now. We do have a Democratic Congress, but as most people know, without 60 votes in the Senate, it's very hard to get something passed. And so a filibuster-proof Senate would be very helpful. In addition, on the White House front, that's the place where the members of the FCC get appointed. And the Republican Party has proven that its notion of FCC enforcement is let the market do it. The Democrats have a different point of view. They believe that the public interest needs to be served by regulation, just as, say, lead paint in toys from China needs some regulation. That regulation is not a dirty word. And so ultimately what it comes down to is the same kind of grassroots efforts of getting people in power who support your views. That doesn't mean that there aren't Republicans who don't support this, or to put it positively, there are Republicans who support a public interest agenda in the media. I mean, one needs to be reminded that the bill to create at least some form of public financing for campaigns was the McCain-Feingold bill. Senator McCain, as a Senate Commerce Committee chairman, was a champion of the efforts to hold networks and stations accountable for what they do. Trent Lott, who is on the Senate Commerce Committee now, is a co-sponsor with Byron Dorgan of North Dakota, the chairman of that committee, in holding media accountable and stopping the FCC from deregulating. So this isn't a call for purely partisan action. There are people in both parties who understand the danger of media consolidation. But the bottom line is that as long as the White House supports, as long as the White House gets to appoint 3 out of the 5 commissioners, and as long as there is a Republican in the White House who believes that the best FCC is one that gets rolled by big media, then it's not going to happen unless there's also a change in the White House. When Michael Powell, Colin Powell's son, as it turns out, moved to deregulate media, it was public interest groups that banded together and brought to court the case, the famous Prometheus case, which got the Third Circuit of Appeals to send it back to the FCC. So groups like freepress.net and Common Cause and others who are allied with them, those groups are the ones who, on a grassroots basis with members and chapters all over the country, they're the ones who are mobilizing these kinds of email campaigns and letter and phone call campaigns, and they make a huge difference.